Welcome to the second episode of 2016 of Hot Boxing Talk, and this week we spoke to Hayden Jones and Cyril Lahong about local and international boxing relevant stories and issues, as well as having a special guest in the form of WBA Pan-African Welterweight champion Paul Kamanga. This is the second episode of Hot Boxing Talk. It is that time of the week when I ask the two gentlemen their opinion on Hot Boxing Talk, and first and foremost, Hayden, let me start with you. Breaking news in South African boxing, Tommy Oosthuizen pulling out a brainless fight. What's your take on that?
A lot of talent has gone to waste. They really do enjoy watching him fight. Unfortunately, things like this have to happen from time to time, and I think it's a sad day for South African boxing.
Your take on the whole Tommy situation? This has happened before, it's now happened again. What's your opinion on Tommy?
I don't know, I don't see how any promoter's going to work with him. I just hope for his sake he doesn't, 2-3 years down the line, he doesn't regret the decision. So it's sad.
If you were Tommy Oosthuizen, what would you do?
I'd go into rehab first of all and sort myself out, and then I don't know if there is a way back, but if there was a way back, I'd want to get him straight back into the gym.
And of course you say the rehab because it's been alleged that there's been personal issues with Tommy. I mean, there's no concrete proof.
Yes.
Would you train Tommy Oosthuizen?
I think after all his trainer Harold Fulbright has been through, I think it would be difficult. You would think long and hard. It's a difficult decision. I don't know. I mean, he's got a lot of talent, but I don't know if he's one somebody you can trust.
Hayden, you're a boxing promoter. Would you give Tommy Oosthuizen an opportunity?
I don't think so.
Keeping it local, Lusanda Komanisi and Chifiri Munyai has been mooted for a fight between the two gentlemen. That's a great fight for South African boxing. Who would you pick and why?
Awesome fight. I think Munyai is a bit too smart, a bit too slick for him. But Komanisi still has that puncher's chance. But it's a really good fight. I think Munyai takes it over 12 rounds.
Komanisi's moved down to the Eastern Cape, his original hometown. How do you think that fight goes?
Look, I can't disagree with anything that Cyril's just said right there. I think it goes on exactly as he's rightfully just said.
Keeping it international, a massive surprise in international boxing. Saul Canelo Alvarez has announced that he'll be fighting Amir Khan. A welterweight versus a middleweight. Canelo weight. That's the fight that is going to be. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it came as a surprise, a big shock to everyone. I think Khan will make it interesting. But as soon as he gets caught, the first clean blow Alvarez lands, I think it's tickets.
How do you see that fight going?
I see it going very much similar to the Danny Garcia fight, where Khan comes out firing, he outworks, outskills Canelo, and then just gets caught. In
other news, and let's keep it in the welterweight division, Freddie Roach says that Manny Pacquiao will knock out Timothy Bradley within nine rounds within the third contest. Do you buy that?
No, I think Pacquiao wins, but I don't think it's a knockout. I think Bradley's a really good fighter, and I think it might even be closer than the first two fights.
So who are you going with?
I'm going with Pacquiao, but only just.
You think Pacquiao can knock him out in the third fight in 9 rounds?
I think he can, but I think it's a good thing for boxing if Timothy Bradley wins, because if Pacquiao wins and retires, where does that leave boxing in that division?
The two gentlemen are speaking boxing right here on Hot Boxing Talk. So it's a sunny day here in the Glen Hazel area at the Hot Box Gym, and we have WBA Pan-African Welterweight champion Paul Kamanga, who's 18-0, joining us back on the Hot Boxing Talk. Paul, welcome back on the show. Good to see you, good to have you.
Thanks.
You're no longer a prospect, you're a champion now. So you got Roman Believ on the 19th of March. Tell us about how preparations are going and what's your prediction for that fight?
Thanks, Colin. I've seen Roman fight. I think it's going to be exact reflection of the last guy fought, Roman Zalov. I think I've seen them fight. I've seen them both fight. Same style, come forward, head movement, flat-footed, lots of power, but that's all they have. I think it'll be easy to work out, and I think it's going to be the same reflection from my last fight in this fight as well.
Did you see Baliev's fight against Ali Fonseca when he lost the championship for the vacant IBO world title?
Yeah, I watched that fight, and he was just his movement was too slow for Fonseca. Fonseca, being an old man, still picked him off quite easily, and till the stoppage. He barely landed a punch or two on Funeka.
I'm going to keep it on that championship. The IBO championships changed as Funeka won it and he lost in his first defense against Sycamore Valetti. A lot of people are talking about that fight for you down the line, who would win and how. How do you feel about Sycamore Valetti?
He's a big guy. He's quite big for a welterweight, and he's awkward. I've had a few sparring runs with him, and but I'm confident to beat him now. I think he's very beatable. I saw him destroy Ali Funeka, but I mean that doesn't scare us. I think he's very beatable, and I think if that fight comes off, we're gonna come out victorious.
If that fight were to come off, what's your prediction? How would you beat him?
I think I'll beat him on point. He's a very strong guy, but I don't see him beating me in any way.
Paul Kamanga is now number 15 in the WBA world ratings. Tell me what that means for your career now.
Well, obviously, number 15 is an honor, number 1, that's what on the side. And it's just big stuff coming now. Now we're world stage, and we're just going for the top now.
It's kind of unrealistic to talk about guys like Keith Thurman and those guys who are the WBA champions, and because there are a few, as you know, down the line, maybe in 2 years' time. How do you see yourself developing, and are you going to move up as a welterweight, stay as a welterweight, move up? But how would you, if there's one welterweight in the world and you're ready for that guy, let's just say, because you're not ready yet, that's my honest opinion, but you're ready, who would you like to fight? And don't say Floyd Mayweather because he's going to be retired. One guy you would pick.
I think Errol Spencer, and I think he's, although he's still young, I think he's upcoming. I think he's the next best welterweight in the world. And obviously he's young, I'm young, and I think at the top I'll be able to beat him one day.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question that's been asked many times, and I'm sure it's annoying you, but I'm going to annoy you even more. Chris Van Heerden's been spoken about. There was a lot of banter on social media about the two of you fighting. I think brothers got involved and blah blah blah. If that fight ever had to happen, how would you do? I mean, would you want the fight, and how would it go?
I think both myself and Chris knew at a point that this is boxing. We're going to fight each other one day, and he's reached the top. I'm reaching the top, and that fight might come off one day, and we'll be ready. As I said, I've sparred Chris before, and he's a very strong fighter. He's a very good fighter. But if the fight comes off, we'll be ready for Chris.
Is there any animosity between the two of you, or you guys friends?
Oh, we're friends. Just everyone else has problems, just not us two.
Let me go back to your last fight. You got put over for the first time in your career as a professional. What was that feeling like getting dropped in that second round?
It was quite awkward because he didn't really hurt me. I think he just timed me up perfectly, and I was in the wrong place, the wrong time, and I just felt myself on the floor, and I thought, oh, flip. That shouldn't have happened. But I got up, I wasn't hurt at all, and yeah, and you get it on.
Paul Kamanga, good luck for your upcoming fight. You heard it from the champ right here on Hot Boxing Talk.
Thanks, Colin.
So the second episode of Hot Boxing Talk comes to an end, unfortunately, for myself, Colin, Nomaganjani Nathan, and Hayden Jones. We will see you again soon.